Hey, what's up, y'all? This is my part 4 dev diary analysis, analyzing the dev diary to death. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna start off right here, where you can see the great physics. I think it's gonna take like 3 or 4 games for people to get really used to the game because of the physics. The reason why I say that is because on defense, I'm pretty sure people are going to try to make a lot of dive tackles and shoulder tackles, and yet more than likely they're going to be hitting their own defender off of the ball carrier. The reason why I say this is because right here you'll see the defender on the left come in with a shoulder tackle, but the defender on the right actually gets there first with a wrap tackle or arm tackle. And the defender on the left, since he came in with the shoulder tackle and he came in after, and he came in on a slightly off angle, it looks like at the very end of this clip, he knocks off his own defender. And as you can see, there's nothing but green in front of him in the touchdown. So, yeah, a lot of people, you have to get used to the tackling. You have to make sure tackles. All right, look at the end of this clip. Boom! And it looks like he knocks his defender off of the offensive player. Look at it one more time. Right there, look. Right there. You see that right there? The guy is kind of falling off a little bit while the wide receiver is still kind of running a little bit. Amazing physics. Here's the offensive line. Like I said before, the offensive line so far looks a lot Madden-like instead of 2K-like. I think that's going to be a little bit of a problem. That's just me critiquing the game. The offensive line stands up straight up instead of, block shedding. The defenders, they're basically just running at the offensive linemen instead of using swim moves, spin moves, bull rushes, stuff like that. So for right now, it's kind of stiff. I hope before the game releases that they'll be able to add in, special moves for the defenders, for all the defenders really, but especially the defensive linemen. Okay, he brings up a good point. He says that every battle on the offensive and defensive line, actually every play, every matchup is going to be different. Right? I think that's cool, and that adds a lot of dynamics to the game. But my only concern is if I have a superstar defensive end, right, and I'm playing against a weak team, I think my superstar defensive end should always beat their offensive tackle, always should beat the double teams, especially if they have a weak team. I'm not saying he should end up with freaking 100 sacks at the end of the game, but he should have the highest number of sacks if he's the best defensive end on the field throughout the whole game. And they don't do anything, and the AI or my opponent doesn't do anything to adapt to that. I think that's the only thing I'm concerned about, because he's saying it changes every play. The matchup changes every play. I want some type of consistency. I'm not too sure what he means by that. Okay? That's just a small concern, though. Every time. And that's something you'll never see or great show of the physics right there. The offensive player dove in while the defender tackled him, but he tackled him late and tackled his legs and actually spinned the offensive player around. I guess he's a wide receiver. He spent him around. Look at that. Crazy physics. They're talking about the controls here. They wanted the game easy to use, easy to play. And, that's what I wanted to say. Yeah, they wanted the controls to be easy to use, easy to play, pick up and play. That's great. But as you can see right here, as I was referring to the AI issues that this game may have, right? Not sure yet. Okay, but as you can see, earlier in my other videos, probably my part 1 video, that you could tell when it's on easy mode is when the ball is colored red and your wide receivers, the ones that you want to throw to, is blue, and the ones you don't want to throw to is red. Here you see no color anywhere. right? Nothing, right? It might be just a replay or whatever. I'm not too sure. But as you can see, the quarterback throws the ball, right? He has a linebacker on him, and yet, as soon as he catches the ball, as you can see, this defender sits there for like at least like a half a second to a second, right? That's not good. Hopefully, it's just a thing of tuning, or it might be on easy and it's a replay at the perspective of the game. But if the AI is going to be this dumb, then they have to go back to the drawing board. But I don't think it's going to be that dumb. You know, I have a lot of high hopes for the natural motion team. I believe that they are pretty good programmers. So hopefully they could get everything out and about. I'm going to look at that one more time, though, so you can see my point. This defender's going to stay there. He's going to sit right there, see? And then doesn't do anything. That's not good. You can really see it in slow motion. But you can see the good pocket. But like I said, it's too stiff. Everybody's just standing still, upright. Don't like that. Have to make it more dynamic. Here you look at some catch animations, which is pretty good. Look how the wide receiver locates the ball, not only with his head, but locate it with his hands and brings the ball in, right? It's like he's reaching out to a certain extent, right? And then when the ball gets closer, the ball doesn't have to move anywhere to get to his hands. His hands, the actual AI physics, his hands move to the ball. That's something you've never seen in a football game ever. Even in 2K, the wide receiver's hands are, you know, arms and hands are straight in line with the ball to catch the ball. The ball doesn't have to move to be caught. That's great. And Madden is a joke. The ball always like just floats to the person's hands, does a little time shift and move to their hands. In this, you have the actual wide receiver moving his hands to the ball at the moment of the catch. Pretty good. Pretty good. Look at it. Wow. Looks good. Looks really good. You can really see it in slow motion. Even right here, you can see it. Good animations. Good animations. Here, I'm not too sure if who's on defense. I would think that the blue team, 89, I think that's a tight end number, right? 89, he's on, he's a tight end. He's on offense, obviously. And this guy, he's a cornerback, and he's playing defense, and he gets an interception. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not too sure.
Physical action of the player on the field. So if you imagine.
Fast forward a little bit.
So a juke right would be a right.
They're still talking about the control and the jukes and the spins. You're going to make a spin move by rotating the whichever way you want to spin. You're going to rotate the right stick to that direction. The juke move is a left or a right on the right stick. It seemed like they don't want people to use buttons, which is a great idea, honestly. It seemed like the only buttons you're going to be using is the R and left trigger. I don't think you're going to be using much buttons at all. Maybe to pick your plays and that's it. You know, they want to make the control really intuitive and very tight. Sounds good to me.
The rotation of the and what we want and what we achieve.
Fast forward a little bit. I know this video is a little long. We're about to end it real quick though.
Those kind of unique, or in real life, get to those kind of unique, exciting moments that you never see in video games.
And he starts to celebrate, and then he gets tackled at the end of this clip, and that's the end of the movie. Let's go to it right quick. There's nothing set in stone when it comes to Backbreaker in terms of animation. The gameplay so far looks pretty good to extremely solid. Meaning, you know, extremely solid is great, but pretty good is better than extremely solid. Pretty good is extremely solid and very fun to play. I think the game is going to be excellent. I don't think it's going to be a phenomenal game. I don't think it's going to be groundbreaking in terms of technology, but not groundbreaking when it comes to certain gameplay aspects like the AI and all that type of stuff. But that's my analysis, my 4 parts, I guess, to the Backbreaker analysis. Hopefully this movie ain't too long. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments. Peace.